I seem to be apologising for poor performance just about every week. Every episode, even. But this time it's hay fever is the excuse. I feel like I've been hit over the back of the head with a shovel. Never mind, we soldier on. International stuff today. Hello, my name's Damien, I am that Trucking Foot Manager, and welcome back to Gibraltar. I thought it's been a little while since we've actually watched an international game, so let's watch us get pumped by Slovenia, shall we? Okay. It's September, so we're still a month and a half away from the start of the league season. We have Slovenia at home, and then somebody away. Estonia. And the other team in our group is Armenia, who we should beat fairly comfortably. So Slovenia, Estonia, if we can get a couple of wins there, or if we can get one win there, I'll be quite happy. We've got to look to try and get out of Nations League C. This is Nations League C, in case I didn't mention it. I didn't, but I have now, so it's fine. We're up to 153rd in the world rankings. I don't know why we went up for getting stuffed by whoever we got stuffed by. Central Africa. No, Syria. That was it. I guess it's because we scored goals. I don't know. I've never worked it out. Again, I've Googled it before, and it just goes straight through the ears. Like I can't get my head around it in terms of how the ranking system works. But never mind. Right, when did we last meet? We last met there somewhere. 29th of July. Have we done any transfers since then? I think we've done a couple. Yes, exactly a couple. Luciano Daria Henry. I don't know why I know that name. It's annoying me. I probably had him in my journeyman save, I'm guessing. Fulham boy who went to Fylde, then York, then Guiseley. Now he's moved very far south to Glasses. He is a right back with an okay personality and some pace, and he can cross. He's far from the very best right back you'll ever find, but he'll do a job for us at right back. We are paying him £475 a week. He's okay, I'd say. And you can guess what the other one's going to be. Reece Garner is a 26-year-old English left back. We've paid money for this one. He's a bit too defensive-minded for my liking, but he's a good solid left back also. His only problem is he's very, very small. Bless him. He fits in a shoebox. He's 5'6", but he's reasonably quick, reasonably fit physically. He can mark, he can tackle, he can pass a little bit. Again, a solid left back and another good option at left back. And despite being 26, scouts reckon he'll improve. I reckon he's got a bit of improving in him. Maybe not a lot, but a bit. He's a Bournemouth boy who then went to Weymouth and played a lot of seasons for Weymouth in the National League South. Fair play to him. I mean, again, if you're coming off doing 46 game seasons, you're going to be a bit lost when you come over here and play 18. But he's played 341 appearances and 13 goals for Weymouth. That's actually quite impressive, if we're being honest. So those are the two we've added to the side. Nothing else has changed in that respect. We haven't even got a fixture list yet for the... Oh, we have! I lied massively. October the 16th is the first game of the season. It's weird to not be in the Community Shield, the Pepe Reyes Cup, but never mind. So we get Europa quite early on, and Lincoln halfway through. So, what do we do about that? I guess maybe we skip the first game of the season and come back for those two. And then do those two. And then we'll be at the split, I guess. They seem a bit close together, but then I do have to front load episodes. So if they're a bit close together this time, it's not a disaster. This is the side we've glued together for this team. Lewis Webb is in goal. It still makes me laugh. I finally convinced Kurljevic to become a Gibraltarian goalkeeper. And I finally managed to convince him just after Lewis Webb came onto the scene and became the better goalkeeper. Webb is in goal with Mullen. Oh, those were the days. Shotton, Kiezu, and Beckwith. Those were the days as well. Galliano and Snaith in the middle. Caetano and Harrison on the wings. Ward and Reese up top. It is still a very Europa-heavy side, but you'd expect that, really. But like I say, I mean, we're probably now going to get absolutely stuffed by Slovenia. But from my point of view, it looks like we are getting to the point where we're a competing side. And I've said that now for about 2 seasons. But every now and then we drop the ball, figuratively or literally. How's the mood? Is brilliant. Yeah, cool. But yeah, we look like we compete against some reasonable sides. I seem to remember getting a point off the Netherlands at one point. And all of these Englishmen pretending to be Gibraltarian, like Lee Kiezu and Sol Shotton and Luke Reese and Dan Ward, they're all, and Lewis Webb for that matter, each one adds a layer to the team. Now, I mentioned in the last episode, the problem we've got is that now that we are not a big team, we cannot pick and choose who we bring in. Ivan Toledano or Toledano or something like that, who I signed, who was one of the, I think he was the only work permit gamble player that I brought in. Oh, that was an exciting half of football, wasn't it? You're doing well. Keep working. I mean, I'll take a point if we're being honest. Changes? Changes. No, probably not. Striker? Cipollina? No. Eastwood? No. Young Coombs? Probably not. Not yet. Where was I? God. Focus, man. Yeah, we can now no longer pick and choose who we bring in because we cannot bring in as Glasses the strongest players. And Toledano, who was the only work permit gamble player that actually worked, has just been sold off before he got any nationality, which is really annoying. Caetano drives in a low cross and is bouncing around. Ward caps it into the bottom corner, and we do go 1-0 up after 53 minutes. The other thing to notice, again, I'm sort of doing all my yammering during the match instead of before it, so it's going to be a nice short episode. The eagle-eyed amongst you might have spotted that Emmanuel Williams is missing. He was released by Europa at the end of his contract and has not yet signed for another club. And I am surprisingly fussy about having players who are playing. I don't want to call up players who haven't got a club. And even Emmanuel Williams, who's a pretty good centre forward, don't get me wrong, is not exempt from that. I tried to sign him myself, and he told me exactly where I could insert that concept. So that was disappointing. Compara drifts out wide. Shotton's chasing him down. Dives in, wins the ball beautifully, it has to be said. Mullen finds Caetano. Can we score on the break here? Caetano, huge ball forward. Ward doesn't chase it. Never mind. Jug! Cracking name. Illich to Ostrich. Ostrich? Really? Okay. Illich. Blocked away by Galliano again, but Illich gets it back again. This smells like a Slovenia goal, doesn't it? Ostrich. Love it. Absolutely love it. Jug. Yes, I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't care. He's called Jug. Ostrich. Oh, there's no I. Ostrich. How do you pronounce that? It has one vowel and it's at the front. Ostrich. I'm going with ostrich. I don't care. Not a particularly good finish, it has to be said, and Webb doesn't cover himself in glory. But you get used to that at this level, don't you? It's literally gone the other way, mate. It's gone to your left. To that side. Not that side. Never mind, it's still a point. Pause. Harrison and Galliano both looking tired. I have ready-made subs for Galliano, which is Murphy, and Harrison, which is... I've forgotten. Oh, it's Ward to go out wide, and then Young Coombs to come on up top and swap with Reese. Kind of. I think that works. I can't really remember. I'm joking. Of course I can remember. I'm professional. Beckwith with the throw-in to Ward. Takes on Rosmerich. Big cross deep. Caetano doesn't win it despite being 11 feet tall. Mullen to Murphy. Lifted towards Caetano, who knocks it down to Mullen. First time volleyed cross. Reese is fouled surely by Cobbler, and he is. Snaith wants to take the pen. Does he really? He's the best penalty taker, but he can't finish. Fine. I don't understand penalty taking being high and finishing being low, but never mind. Come on, Snaith. You're Gibraltarian now. You're not English anymore. Beautiful finish. Lovely penalty. 2-1 up, 63rd minute. And this is what I'm saying. It's not that long ago we'd have been battered by Slovenia. So I think this is definitely priced. I mean, Slovenia are not Slovakia, don't get me wrong. I'm going to cause an international incident in a minute. But Slovakia are a side that regularly did stuff us. But Slovenia are still very, very good. Jug to Nezda Cherin. Compara to Lovrich to Chipot. Excuse the snuffles and the sniffles. Beckwith's headed to Ward. Lovely stuff. Reese could probably make some kind of run, if we're being honest, but never mind. Beckwith. Murphy. Snaith's in space in the middle. Lifts it forward. Snaith goes galloping through. Snaith again. Goalkeeper's lost. Snaith missed an open goal. How's he done that? The goalkeeper didn't get in a position at all, and it's a tap-in. 70th minute. Mullen with the throw to Reese. Snaith to Mullen. Beautiful ball. Reese is just inside, or he can cut it back towards Snaith. Beckwith. Murphy to Ward. You feel like we're all over him. Beckwith drives it into the middle. Reese! He's missed another one. We're going to lose this now, aren't we? Pause. Ross Glendinning. We've got a Scottish referee instead of an English one. I said instead of a British one. Whoops. Third sub. I'm in danger of making a sub just for the sake of making a sub. I'm going to take Snaith off and put Daly on because there's not a great drop in quality there, and Snaith's knackered. 76th minute. Lovrich to take the free kick, floats it in, headed away by Caetano. Young Coombs comes galloping across to deal with Illich, and does pretty well, you have to say, to keep him under control, and forces him all the way back to the goalkeeper. 77th minute, we're 2-1 up still. Zivic to Lovrich. Koblar, who's a guy who mends shoes or a Northampton Town fan, depending on how bad you want your reference to be. Oh, Kiezu gets it all wrong. Flacos Boslic is through, and what a save that is by Webb. And we're in exactly the same position with Webb as we were before, where he lets in an absolute howler and then makes a spectacular save, and we let him off. Young Coombs watching Theron. Something like that. Cross far too deep. Beckwith can volley it clear down the right wing, and that will end the highlight. Am I allowed more than 3 subs? I don't remember how many subs I'm allowed. No, none. No more. No more. You've had enough for today. This does mean we're playing a rather weaker side against Estonia, but that's fine. If we can take points off Slovenia, I will risk losing points to Estonia, because I think in the balance of the league, that's going to be the better way of doing it. Anyway, that was very good. And it's a solid 2-1 win, which could realistically, if we're being honest, be a 4-1 win. We were brilliant. We are very good. It's a huge goal. Yes. That stuff. Estonia with only the 2 goals against Armenia. So, theoretically, they're beatable. I guess we're going to go over there and find out. How is it possible that in Estonia in September, early September, it's expected to be 6 degrees Celsius? We just played in 25 degrees. It's going to be confusing. Anyway, as I said, rotated. Not ridiculously rotated, but it's definitely a weaker side. Webb will be in goal. Will he? Let's play Kurliovic. Why not? Kurliovic will be in goal with Mullen, Jones, Okiowu, and Beckwith. Yes, that's right. Harry Jones of European Champions League fame. Daly and Galliano in the middle. Eastwood and Young Coombs on the wings. Ward and Cipollina up front. You may have never met Cipollina. He's an 18-year-old Europa lad. A lot of promise in that kid, so I'm playing him where I can. I've called him up already. 7 caps and a goal. Hopefully we'll turn him into something. So, after beating Slovenia, you feel like Estonia is less of a threat. But then you say a sentence like that out loud and realise it's stupid. Because you never know who we're going to face and who we're going to do well against and who we're not. Because we're still a little bit dartboard of form. Apparently, Kiezu's been in a poor run of form, and why can't I stop asking me a question when I rotate my squad 3 days after a game? Nice ground. Oh, it's 13 degrees, not 6. It lied. It just lied. Hey, we've got Ross Glendinning again. He'll be sick of us. Smirnov throws into lip. Hey, he gave us a penalty last time out. Let's we'll keep him. It's fine. Mr. Vodka sends the ball long. Okiowu loses out in the air, and Jurgens poorly placed pass. Harry Jones to Daly. Out wide to Eastwood. It's nice to get the band back together. Some of these lads, Galliano and Beckwith and Ward, for that matter. Here he comes. Keeper to take on. Oh, he screwed it just wide. Oh, that looked in. Screws it just wide. Another highlight. Mullen will collect this ball easily enough. Daly. Risky ball to Jones, but we get away with it. Galliano has a little bit of space. Out wide to Eastwood. Beckwith on the charge. Ooh, the ball was on, but he didn't look. Eastwood all the way back to Okiowu. Galliano to Okiowu again. Jones. Daly was in a bit of space, but he's wandered off. There's Ward. Daly's in acres. There's the ball through to him. Daly, can he finish this one? Oh. I feel like that's going to be my most used word in this episode is oh. Well won by Beckwith, but possession turns over. Here's Jurgens, the couple. Couple with a mohawk, by the way. Cracking mohawk. Mustma. Tunjov towards Mustma again. Beckwith has lost the race. Mustma tucks it in the bottom corner, and that's what happens when you can finish, folks. Oh, we've been all over them, but they can finish and we can, and that's the difference. It's not over yet. It's the 16th minute. Let's not get excited. Beckwith allows himself to get on the wrong side, and he's not as quick as I remember. Can't say the goalkeeper's done anything wrong. Okio was meant to be super quick, but I don't know why he hasn't got back across. Daly's corner. It's flicked on, and it's then headed away. Madisu heads it away further instead of just bringing it under control. But we have no one in that gap. And Mustma to Tunjov. Madisu. It's a good name. What can I say? Hen. Lepik. Hen again, and it's deflects around, but we don't get a foot on the ball. Mustma to the vodka man. Smirnov. Oh, this doesn't smell good, does it? Koppel. Well won by Okiowu. Tunjov. To Madisu, who's in acres, and oh dear. Oh, he's offside. Ooh, that was close. Yep, that was... I mean, it wasn't that close, to be fair. Although I feel like the line's been drawn for the wrong player. But never mind. Demand more. No reaction at all. And again, we've had the same number of shots of them, but it's just we can't finish. That's a good header from Pascozzi, and we are 2 down. And in a little bit of trouble, it has to be said. And that comes out of nothing, doesn't it? Hen drives in the corner. No, that's a free kick, not a corner. And Pascozzi gets up above Beckwith. Beckwith is going to have to come off at half-time. He's already looking knackered. It means I'll have to put Okiowu out wide, which nobody enjoys. And probably bring Kiezu back in. Jurgens takes a good first touch. Lepik back out to Jurgens again. Harry Jones looking lost. Madisu back towards Jurgens. I don't know how we've allowed him to get to that first. Tunjov hits one from downtown and Kurljevic with a good save. Mustama's corner comes in. It's headed away well by Jones. And it'll go for a throw-in. 40th minute. And it feels like we're in proper trouble now. And I don't know where that's come from. Kurljevic's ball is what headed away, but Eastwood has time and space. Takes on Koppel. Just play a pass, mate. You're not that good. Just play a pass. Maybe you are that good. Eastwood's crossed to the back stick. Young Coombs with a header, and it's just onto the roof of the net. Great work for Eastwood. I take it all back. Here comes the goal kick. Hein. Lost out by Okiowu. Mullen. Young Coombs to Daly. Lifted forward. Ward's in the race. Pascozzi will win it, though. Back to Hein. Big ball forward. Okiowu's under it. Wins it well. Galliano to Daly. Daly lifts it forward. Cipollina's got a bit of pace. Can he beat the keeper? No. And this highlight is going on and on again. And it just smells like another goal for Estonia, doesn't it? Hein with a big ball forward. Jones wins that one, but not it down to their midfield. Jurgens is offside, I hope. Jurgens is not offside. Oh dear, oh dear. And their goals are all coming out of kind of nothing, aren't they? Jones wins the header, but heads it down the wrong way. And yeah, Okio's just completely out of position. If Okio stays at the back line, we're fine now. I mean, neither of those lines are in the right place, so how the hell are you meant to judge whether he's offside or not? Never mind, we've had 5 shots, none on target. And you can't really win a match like that, can you? Dressing room, Thrash Arms, pathetic first half. Tactics. Full tactics page, please. Not that. There we go. We're going to put Okio to right back because he's been dreadful at centre half anyway. We are going to stick Kiezu back in. He can manage a half, I'm sure. Who else have we got? We've got Luke Reese, who can come on for Ward, who's not looking great either. Young Coombs had a really poor one at left wing, and I'm considering just sticking Caetano back out there now. Let's do it. You know what? What have we got to lose? 3 subs, strengthen the side, let's go. Triple subs at half-time. How to tell your players you're angry at them without telling them you're angry at them. Chiesa wins a good header clear. Cipollina loses out to Lip. Tunjov to Paskotsky. Tunjov again towards Hen. Koppel. Tunjov lifts it forward. Chiesa with the header. Beautiful. Eastwood. Can we launch a counter-attack on them for a change? It's usually our game. Caetano sprints forward. Reese is probably onside. And it goes through to the keeper. Chiesa nods it down to Daly. That's a good solid header. We missed him at the back, I think. Jones to Galliano. Back to Jones. Daly. Caetano. Lifted towards Cipollina. Can the kid do something here? And he's hit the woodwork. You have to say, finishing's been poor, but we've also been very unlucky. Okiowu to Eastwood. Lifted towards Reese, who doesn't compete. Lip. Back to the keeper. Hoofed long. Jones will bring it under control. Back to our keeper. Kurliovic hoofs it long. And Reese is under it. And wins it, to be fair. Tunjov to Lip. Chiesa again. Heads it down to Daly. He's imperious at the back. Caetano. Maybe that's just what we missed. Reese is through 1-on-1. Can he beat the keeper? No. And every time we see one of these very nearly successful 1-on-1s, and it usually leads to one of their goals. Hind with a huge kick. Jones wins the header to Eastwood. Reese to Cipollina. Daly's on the run. It's a poor ball, but this one is good. Reese is through. And bobbles around, and we do get one back. Go get the ball, mate. Just go get the ball. It's only a 48 minute. We've had about 5 chances in the first 3 minutes of this match. It was a poor ball by Cipollina, it has to be said, but Daly finds Reese well, and the bobble, we do get away with it a bit, to be fair. Because Tunjov does do well. And it is 3-1. We'll probably pull it back to 3 each and then have a player injured. And then be down to 10 men and lose. That's what I'm going to guess. Either that or a centre-half will get sent off. Demands more. Nothing. Come on, we can't give us all that highlight for the first 3 minutes of the second half and then give us nothing else. Very attacking. Oi, I said very attacking. Thank you. Berate. Nothing. Oh, what? That second half started so promisingly, didn't it? And again, if we could finish, we'd have battered them. Because we would have been 3-0 up before they scored. And nothing else happens. Oh, what a dreadful half of football. Far from pleased with that result. Yeah, we'll go with that. So we've won the one I expected to lose and lost the one I expected to win. So we've still got 3 points out of a possible 6, which is what I'd expect. Did enough to deserve a victory. Not talking about him. Cipollina. Oh, shut up about Cipollina, who's a child. Leave him alone. And Armenia got beat by Slovenia as well. So, most likely we're going to finish in the middle of this group again. Inevitable loss? Shut up. Good. Right, we'll be back. Like I say, probably for games 2 and 3 of the season, because then we can see Europa. Then we can see how far we've come or not come. Not that page. That page. There we go. I noticed and everything. Europa point and then Europa full fat. So back for those ones. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new, and I'll see you next week. Have a lovely one. Bye-bye.